What's the dynamic like in Venezuela right now between the opposition and the government?
Well, there's absolutely no dialogue. Right, so Maduro went ahead, he promoted these elections. We will never know exactly how many people participated in these elections. And as far as we know, he's actually convening a new assembly tomorrow, bypassing a democratically elected Congress. So as you can imagine, things are not well.
Let me ask you about the power dynamic between these two assemblies. I mentioned this sort of nascent, brand new assembly, the Constituent Constitutional Assembly that Maduro created. Then there's the National Assembly. How do they interact with each other? On paper, this new one is more powerful than the other.
Well, we will find out, right? I mean, so what we call in Venezuela the National Assembly is basically the Congress, right? And he's just basically convened a new one, voted for a new one, and said that these people will have to rewrite and review a portion of the Constitution of Venezuela. What exactly these changes are going to be, who is running this, who is part of this new assembly, we still don't know. So it's actually, I mean, any semblance of a very functioning democracy in Venezuela. By the day now, we just lose that.
Help me understand the calculus that the Treasury Department here in the U.S. is going through as it weighs whether to apply more sanctions to Venezuela. We've seen the U.S. government target individuals in particular, first members of Nicolas Maduro's cabinet, past and present, and then the president himself. I guess the looming specter here is whether or not the U.S. government is going to somehow sanction imports of oil. What's the Treasury Department thinking about as it weighs whether or not to do that?
Well, it would be a very dramatic move to simply just prevent imports from Venezuela to reaching the United States. I mean, you really strangle the country over there, right? They have no money, and also you have an impact here in the United States immediately. So what they have decided to do is to sanction individuals. But we see impact. For example, one of these individuals sanctioned was the CFO of PDVSA, the state oil company, right? So this means that banks, for example, U.S. banks, bondholders, cannot directly work with him. Right, so therefore, your compliance department will say, well, we would be, bypassing U.S. laws if we do business with these men. So it's a bit of indirect, but there is an impact. Of course, they can just switch CFOs, but so far that's the route that we've seen the U.S. Adopt. I mean, they're discussing more and more dramatic sanctions, but so far we still have no news on that front.